Hey, what's up, guys? I'm making another video gonna explain what I actually feed my fish, because a lot of people think, saltwater fish, they're all fancy and they're from the sea, so they need expensive frozen food and it takes forever to prepare it and stuff. I mean, they're right. I give my fish, brine shrimp every now and then, and I give the anemones krill and stuff. But really, most of the time, I just give them dry food, whether it's flakes or pellets, or usually I just give them a mixture of everything so they can get a really good, varied diet. And I'm going to show you the 3 things I give them. The first thing's omega-1. This is the first brand I used since, 6 years ago when I first started fish tanks. That's never failed me. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says with the garlic, so that's the big reason why I use that. They keep up their immunity. And the next thing I use is this marine S. That's actually just pellets. It's good to give them, a diet of pellets and flakes. I always heard that pellets have more of a oomph to them, if you know what I mean. So I guess they actually get more from the pellet, so it's like more meat or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then I have Ocean Nutrition Reef Flakes. That's good too. It's comparable to omega-1. It doesn't have garlic, but it says it does help with their immunity, and so does this, the Marine S. So I'm guessing, they all have their different things. I guess maybe vitamin C or garlic or whatever, but I guess it's good to have a variety of everything, so you can get the best of all the worlds. And then I have this Spectrum Grow, which that's a really good brand. I don't think you can get that brand like at Petco or PetSmart. You usually get that at local pet stores, and they have regular food too. It's just really expensive. This is I guess this is just packed with protein, so it helps little fish grow. And that's about it in terms of what I feed them. I was just lowering my protein skimmer because I just made a video before and I had it up too high. Anyway, yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give them a mix of it all. So I'll just set this down right here for a second. What I do, I just get a lid of, I'm going to take the lid off one of them, and I just put a pinch of both of the flakes, the omega-1 and the Ocean Nutrition. I mean, I have a lot of fish, and I do this about 2 to 3 times a day, and plus I have a cleaner crew, tons of hermit crabs and shrimp. So you really don't need to worry about overfeeding them. And because, usually in the ocean, fish, they eat, pretty much constantly all day. Almost done putting a few pellets in, and then some of that growth formula too. And then what I also do, I keep my protein skimmer running because that really won't suck anything up that bad. But what I do, I'll unplug my filter because I don't want anything to get caught on it. I don't want any of the food to get wasted. If it gets sucked up in the filter, it could start rotting. But anyway, there's my mixture of all the dried food, and I just dump it in. And some of it starts sinking to the bottom. The little pellets do first, but the fish will see it, and they start going crazy. The chromuses, they're more of a top feeder, so they'll eat the stuff at the top. But like the tangs and that other fish I have, which I have no idea what it is, they'll eat it when it floats to the bottom. And the Clarkie, he's a top feeder too, but since he has an anemone, he kind of stays to the bottom because he's like really territorial about that thing. And then my coral banded shrimp, he'll start smelling shit and he'll come out. They get all excited. And the cleaner shrimp, he starts going through a frenzy too if a piece of food gets near him. I'll watch him for a second so maybe you can see. Because he's smelling something, he's freaking out. Oh, it's kind of interesting to watch. And the tang, a lot of people feed them the paper stuff, and I do that too. I can show you that later. I'll show you what I feed my anemones to in the same video, I guess. I was going to save it for another video, but might as well. And I thawed out a piece of krill for the anemone earlier. It looks pretty good. What you do, you just, if it's too big, just break it in half, you know, just a little piece like this. But you can, most people just, you know, put it in the anemone by their hand, but if you drop it in the tank and you have a clownfish, there it is right there. He should notice it if it sinks to the bottom. Let me try that other piece. It's not even sinking. Yeah, it's just failed. Okay, anyway, I'll squeeze it and I should probably make it sink. Okay, for some reason the krill isn't sinking today. So I'll just show you what a lot of people do. Usually the clownfish will grab it and throw it in there. But I'll just put it in the anemone. It should just grab it. Sorry, I was trying to watch the screen and do it at the same time and it kind of fucked me up. But yeah, when he grabs it, I don't know if you can see it, but he just sucks it right in. And I'll also, you know, give a piece to the sea bay. His tentacles don't seem as responsive or whatever because they're smaller, but they'll eat it too. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it's right there. Well, duh, but all its little tentacles will start moving around and shit. It'll move it right to his mouth. And this one looks like he's already in there. He already ate that food pretty fast. And anyway, I'll also show you how I do the food for the tank, if I can find that. All it is just algae paper. There's tons of different brands. There's some that they put garlic in, which I would recommend for tangs, because they're kind of finicky when it comes to, not finicky, but they get stressed out really easy. My tang had a bad case of itch and all that shit, and it was breathing really hard. But what I do, I just put one on an algae clip, you know, like this, and I just clip it to the side of the tank. You know, it really doesn't matter where, just kind of where they seem to feed the most. And kind of put it, you know, farther at the bottom, because they kind of get freaked out about going to the top, because if their fin hits the top of the water, they kind of freak out over it. But I just place it on the side of the glass, and he should go right to it pretty soon. It's cool to watch, so I'll wait a little bit. See? They don't look that aggressive, but when they start eating that shit, they get all over it. And it's really good that you give them this too, because they can't just eat flakes, because that has meat in it too. Well, they have some flakes with just plant matter, but it's good to give them a big variety. Anyway, I guess he's more interested in the flakes right now, and bitch doesn't want to eat his vegetables. Anyway, I guess that's my video about feeding. I'll just kind of sum it up. I give them flakes, omega-1, and primary flakes by Ocean Nutrition, and I give them marine S, and the pellets with all the protein in it, so the little ones grow. And then I give them some frozen food every now and then. I give the anemones krill, you know, every, I guess, 3 or 4 days, and I also give them some brine shrimp every now and then, and the anemones will eat that too if some runs over their tentacles. But that's about it. You know, it's not that hard. You know, you can get a little bit more complicated. You know, some things need, you know, like copepods and stuff, like the dragonets and stuff, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. I did dump some in the other day because I'm wanting to get a dragonet. So I'm just waiting for my copepod population to seed. I don't really know if it's working because you can't really see them too much, but I guess I'll give that some time, and other than that, everything's going good. Just give me some comments, give me some video responses, let me see your tank and how you're doing and what you feed your fish, because I'm really interested to see, what other people do, if they do the same thing as me or what. Alright, thanks.